Today I'm here with a new video all about university, how I found my first year, and giving you guys who are heading off to university any tips and advice which I think are important for making it a fun and enjoyable year. I hope this video is helpful to those of you who are planning on going to university, or if you just want to know what I got up to this year. So I hope you enjoyed this video and let's continue. So the first thing which I want you to know all about is settling in, and this can be seen as one of the hardest things. I think my main piece of advice is try and talk to everyone, because at the end of the day, as cliche as it sounds, everyone's in the same situation as you. You are in a brand new place if you do move away from home, and you are with a sea of people who are all willing to make friends, and I think settling in is so important. Like within the first couple of days when you move into your halls of residence or your new house or whatever you're moving into, I think it's so important to just chat to your course mates. As soon as you go into your first lecture, there's usually welcome lectures, just sit next to someone, just say, can I sit here? And just start talking, just ask them where they're from. And honestly, it's super easy to meet new people and just to pick up conversation with people you wouldn't usually talk to. One thing that me and my flat did, we were so lucky. We all sat in the kitchen and we tried to leave our doors open, but there were fire doors, so we weren't allowed to put wedges there, but we'd knock on each other's doors, and when we were all moving in, the moving in process, we were like chatting to each other, and obviously we'd already spoke to each other on Facebook and things, so we were really used to like just chatting, and we just instantly clicked so well. So my main piece of advice is, when you're settling in, talk to loads of people and just get out there, just be yourself, and people will be drawn to you, and you'll meet your type of people. So I'm going to put in a little clip of my first week of university. I had a little conversation with myself of all about how I was finding it and how I was settling in. So I just want to insert this next so you can see what my situation was. So I just wanted to make a little snippet of a video just talking about how I've been finding university so far. This is my first proper teaching week, so we start on the 25th, which was yesterday, and today's Tuesday, the 26th of September, so it's my second not full day, but second day of university teaching. And it's like induction week this week, and then next week we're on a trip to Shropshire, so loads of different bits are on. But so far, university's been absolutely great. Like, I'm so lucky, like, can't tell you enough how like lucky I am to have such a lovely flat. There is 8 of us in the flat, 2 of them are second year, so they already know the area, but the 6 of us that are really close, so there's me, there's Jess, Fenella, Eleanor, Matt and Dan, so we're all really close, we're like a little family. We just get on really well, you know, like it's not awkward, and we go to the pub, we go on nights out. Fresh as flute, and fresh as flute is real. I was thinking, oh, people just say that all the time, but seriously, Thursday I went down, and you can probably still hear it in my voice, like usually I'm a lot squeakier and I'm not a lot, I've got a high-pitched voice, but at the moment I sound like a man, like a frog. This is the second week, the first teaching week, so I haven't even met most of my course mates yet, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I love where I'm staying. I don't think I can tell you the university, but you guys probably know. But yeah, I'm having the best time, and I'm the happiest I've been in ages. I do miss my parents and my friends back home, but that's like, we FaceTime like a lot, and we call each other, and we use social media, so yeah, but I'm having the best time and I'm really, really happy. Okay, and the next one is super duper important if you are planning on heading off to university. It's have good habits. Before you go, just plan ahead, because it's really difficult when you're so used to like your mum or dad cooking for you, and you're moving away and you need to learn how to cook, how to clean, how to do washing, how to order things, how to book your own doctor's appointments, everything like that. So just get into good habits. The first thing is food. Okay, so I have learned how to cook. It's shocking, because I went off to university knowing how to do the basics, but not anything major, and my friends all know that I lived on potato salad for like a good 6 months, noodles, just be able to cook a few things. Like now, I've mastered fajitas. I probably, out of my whole flat, I probably cook the most. I stink out the kitchen just with all like my Asian herbs and spices, but my friends know that, oh, Lanika's probably cooking. Open the windows. I can cook spaghetti. When my friend Neve came to stay with me, I was like, Chef Lan. And my friend Dan, he does cooking, and the girls, like, you pick up all these tips and you help each other. And the next thing I want to touch on is your shopping. I think that it's difficult. Like when you go off to uni, your mum will pack you loads of snacks. Like you'll probably go there, you'll get all the necessities and then stick with that and try and live off that for as long as possible. But if you budget well, then you can like start going shopping. I used to go like every other day to pick up fresh things, but then I thought like this is wasting my time. I should just go once a week. So that's what I started to do. Every Sunday I would go to the local shop and I would just go on my own, you know, because I don't want to like waste anyone else's time. So I'd just go, or go with some friends if they're heading off as well. Just go to like the local shop, get my fresh things, and then I'd be prepared for that whole week. I wouldn't leave it till last minute. I wouldn't leave it till I only had a pack of super noodles left in my cupboard. I'd always like have some things in my freezer. Just always make sure you have food, because you really don't want to be like coming home after a night out, being hungry, or waking up and thinking, damn, got no food left. I'm sure my flatmate won't mind me saying this, but he would leave it until he had like a packet of frozen peas in his cupboard, and he would just go down to the local shop and just live on Russell's burgers. And Russell's burgers, they taste good when you're starving, but I think that you should just get yourself into a routine and you'll just make it so much easier. I'm telling you this now because it's not something that I planned for. I just thought, yeah, like shopping, I can do it whenever. But if you do it every Sunday, or you've got like an afternoon where you want to go shopping, super, super important. Next thing is waking up. When you're at uni, your lectures are all over the place. You might have like a 2 o'clock lecture, or you might have a 9 AM. Like it's just difficult because you can't, like your body clock's all over the place, literally. You'll be going out one night and you'll think, I've got 9 AM, so I need to come home early, but then you'll stay out late and you'll have like 2 hours sleep, and that's not what I recommend. But just try and stick to like waking up at a set time every day, even if it's like 8 o'clock. I know it'll be hard and you can have your lie-ins, but I found that if I got up at like 8 o'clock, and even if I didn't have a 9 AM, I'd still be like ready for the day. So if my friends were like, oh, do you want to go into town, do you want to go shopping, just even like, do you want to study, like go to the library or something, you'd just be ready and you wouldn't be like, can't be bothered, and just stay in your pyjamas all day, because that is how to get into like just a lazy attitude where you won't actually want to go to your lectures and you'll just want to stay in bed and play Fortnite. Fortnite. It's basically just time management. I think that's super important when you're at university, because your schedule is jam-packed. Like you will have netball, or you'll have like a music show, or just you'll have nights out, and it'll just be all go and you'll burn yourself out. So I'm saying like, to plan yourself out. You do not want to burn yourself out, because that's one thing about uni is like when you first start, everything's like at you, you're just thrown into a massive ocean, and you wanted to, like what I did, I wanted to join everything, meet new people, just get stuck into it. But then I found that you really burn yourself out. Like there's not enough hours in the day to do what you want to do, and then you end up coming home and just thinking like, I'm exhausted, and you just like, you don't want to get ill. And I'll touch on that in the next part of the video because it's fresh as food is real. Okay, and then I think all of you will be interested to know all about the social life at university. I know when I was going off to uni, I was like eager to know like what are the clubs like, what's the nightlife like. The social aspect of uni is a huge thing, as well as the education, which we will also touch upon in a bit. Social life at uni is so much fun, and it's what you make of it. So I joined the netball team because I've been playing netball since I was in primary school, and it's something that I didn't play when I was at sixth form. When I went to uni, I was like, right, I'm joining a society. I actually signed up to everything. you start like freshers fair is like 2 days after you start, something like that, and ours was like in a big marquee. You're in a massive tent and there's like stores everywhere. I walked in with one of my flatmates. We went in and it's just overwhelming. There's literally everything. There's like sword fighting, there's pole dancing, there's video games, anything you can imagine. So I signed up to random ones. Like I still get newsletters from like Dart Society, German Society. I don't speak German, don't play darts, but you know, I signed up to ones where the people were cool and it looked fun and people were just really friendly. So the ones I did sign up to, obviously the Geography Society, netball, skiing. I wanted to join athletics, but I don't think at my university the athletics department is that huge. So I was like, okay, like I can't cut myself in like 4. So I stuck to those and I love them. But definitely just join a society, anything you can imagine. Like there's cocktail society, there is book club, you name it, just go for it. Like some of my flatmates, they're part of the music society. Best people you will ever meet, just really, really friendly, down to earth people. They go to gigs, I go to their performances. Like I could sit through an hour of Mozart and like you find your people, and it's really nice that like I'm lucky to be part of the netball society. We're all like sisters in a way. It's nice to have your flatmates and your course mates and then also like your sports friends. And there's girls from like foundation year all the way up to 4th year, and everyone just gets along, and it's really good to like just ask them for advice. Like the friends that I have made through netball are the friends who I think, you know, some of them are graduated but I'll still stay in touch with them because that's so important. But definitely join your societies, and if you are an introvert, there's also loads of things to do. Like even if you don't want to join a society and you think that like it's not for you, there's like coaching classes, there's loads of different things. Even just meeting people in lectures, just meeting little groups of friends, yeah, just get stuck in, that's what I'm trying to say. And then the next thing which I find important is making friends. You are going to be making friends from all across the country. I've got friends from Liverpool, from Sheffield, from Essex, just like dotted everywhere, and it's so much fun. Next week I'm actually going to go see my friend because it's her birthday and we're all getting together. It's going to be super fun. Make friends in your lessons. I got lucky because I went on a field trip because I do geography. I was stuck in this group and we just, I don't know what it was, but my group, we just didn't click. Like I was stuck in a room with them, and they were nice people, but our personalities clashed. So I moved, like I got my duvet and I moved to this other dorm room, and it was with 2 other girls, and now they're my best friends. Like there's a group of 5 of us in our geography class, and we just get on so well, and I'm so lucky to have them. But then it's nice to come back to my flat and pre-drink with my flatmates who are all part of different, they all do different courses. And then also I've got my netball girls who I go out with on a Wednesday. And I'm telling you, if you're nervous and you are the only one, like I was the only one from my 6th form who I knew. The next thing I want to say is freshers flu is real. It's awful. Make sure you stay hydrated. You get all your jabs before you go off to university, you sign up with a doctor, and you pack loads of medication, because I tell you not. I started off uni absolutely fine, and then within 2 weeks I just came down with tonsillitis. I had to get loads of blood tests, and I had like glandular fever screening. I was like, geez, I am so ill. And my flatmates know that there was always something wrong with me, and I was non-stop like going to the doctors, having appointments, going back home, because I was just so ill, and I got freshers flu so bad. And if you think about it, it does make sense, because you're thrown in to people all around the country, everyone's got different things, different bacteria, and you're just like, woo! And especially if you're going out partying, you're not drinking enough water, you're not eating sufficiently, then your immune system just goes out the window and you just become like prone to catching everything, and I mean everything. Like, and it's such a pain, because for a lot of it, I wasn't able to, like I missed out on a lot of tryouts, a lot of netball matches, just because I was sick and I was just really ill and I couldn't go out. Sometimes you'd want to go out, but if you pushed your body, you would just like end up collapsing. So yeah, defo make sure you drink a lot of water. Infectious flu is real. Don't forget to get your jabs. It's so important. And one thing, defo sign up with a doctor, because I was there like all the time. I'm like, someone in my flat was like how do you sign up with a doctor? Like, where's the nearest one, and how do you do it? Because it got to March and they fell ill and they were just like, Lan, yeah, so I need to sign up to a doctor. And I was like, I did that in the first like 3 days of actually being in that new city. So yeah, as soon as you go, before you go even, just find out where the nearest medical practice is and get that sorted, because you don't want to be getting ill. And one of my flatmates, like, he was never ill. He didn't even have hangovers. I was so jealous. But yeah, just get yourself sorted out, because health is always the main priority in any new lifestyle. The next thing I'm talking about is homesickness, and people will tell you that they don't get homesick, but I tell you, everyone does get homesick. I was fine for the first 2 months, and then it got to that spell before Christmas. I was like so sad. I felt really lonely, and I was like, I miss my friends from home. I miss my mum and dad, and I was like, is this really for me? I kept questioning myself. Have I made the right decision to move so far away? And then in the end, the way I combated it was just FaceTiming home. If you don't want to FaceTime every day like I did, just make it a thing to Skype on a Sunday, or just FaceTime your mom, or just frequent phone calls home, and just stay in touch on social media. Like, I found it hard, because I thought, oh, I was like so close to like, oh, this is not for me, I should go to a uni closer to home. But then I thought, you know, I've made this decision, I'm enjoying it, I've met such a great group of people, why would I just want to throw it all away because I'm missing my mum? But one of my flatmates, he did an incredible thing, and he stayed from the start. I think he did like a 72-day spell. That was insane. And now any spell away from home isn't as long, because he's done that, and he pushed through it, but now nothing seems too long. And if he doesn't see his family for a month, he's like, that's okay, I'll see them soon. Yeah, so homesickness, everyone's in the same situation. Just make sure you're staying in touch with everyone, and just making the most of your opportunity, because you're only here for like 4 years. Just, you're thrown in this, just enjoy it. The last thing which I want to touch upon is making sure it's the right decision for you. Whether you want to go to uni, or you don't want to go to uni, or you're just thinking of it, just make sure it's the right decision for you. Go to as many open days as you can, welcome days, induction days, go to those. Also visit the city, see if it's the right place. Make sure you're on the right course and in the right place. And if it's not for you and it doesn't feel right, that's okay too. Like, I know some people who were there for a few weeks and they just thought, you know what, I'm not feeling this. This is not where I see myself in the next 3 years. And they left, and they're happy now. Or one of my friends, he was in London. I thought, wow, you're in London. That's an area where all the opportunities like thrown at you, like central London he was studying. And he was like, you know what? London's not a place where I want to be a student. So he's moved to like a rural uni now, and he starts in September. And I'm just so happy that he decided that himself. And I think that, yeah, as long as you do your research and you make sure it's for you, then you're laughing, really. I know a lot of successful people who didn't even go to uni. So this video is not like pushing you to go to uni, and it's not telling you not to. It's just like my journey. I've had a great time, and I think if everyone just takes opportunities given to you, you'll have an incredible year, whether you go to uni or whether you don't. So yeah, I'm going to insert a little montage of some fun memories and some not so fun memories from this past year. But I really hope you enjoyed this video and you've taken something away, if it was one little tip or one thing that you want to do next year. Well, I hope this has given you some inspiration and something to look forward to in September. Please remember to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. And thank you for watching, and thank you to all my friends and family who have made this the most incredible year yet. See you soon. Bye! Mwah.
But let me tell you like this, I'm who you're looking for, I'm the whiz. You ain't never seen another like this. There ain't no one to do what I did. There ain't no one to do it like I changed the game, I changed your whole life. I'm irreplaceable, that's no lie. Been talking on the grade, I'm so heart. Yeah, stamina. Hit a quick pose for the camera. Why you sitting down? You an amateur. I don't play about. Bring out the next challenger.
Let me know down below if you'd like a makeup tutorial on this, because I'd happily do it.